Hey, what's up everyone? Adam here with Bro We Got This, and today we're going to talk about 5 more mistakes you should avoid when playing the Elder Scrolls Online. I previously made a video last year on 5 huge mistakes that new players make and that I made when playing through the game for the first time. And I thought I would make another video highlighting some more things that I see players do or mistakes that I have made even recently as a vet player that I want to steer you away from. Thank you again to all my patrons. I really do appreciate it. If you'd like to become a patron, check out the link below in the description. And you can watch me play live on twitch.tv/BrawWeGotThis and our website at BrawWeGotThis.com. So like last video, I started out saying that if you make these mistakes, it is okay. We all make mistakes, and don't let that think your character is ruined or you can't play the game again, because mistakes help you learn. But I want to help you steer away from some of these common mistakes I see and that I've made. Number 1 is spending your gold on the wrong things. When you start out in ESO, you are bombarded with so many things that you probably don't know what is actually worth spending your gold on. And as a new player, it's a terrible feeling when you realize you just wasted your gold on something that won't even help you. Granted, in my opinion, just from questing, playing the game, and getting a little lucky, you can actually make gold pretty quickly in ESO. Antiquities are an excellent way to make guaranteed gold as a beginner, and there are numerous gold stealing loops in the game. But when you get that gold, where should you spend it? Well, the number 1 place you shouldn't spend it is on NPC shops. These are littered throughout the whole world of ESO, and I don't know any MMO that I have played that NPC shops has sold anything of use. The only reason you use these shops for the most part in ESO is selling your items and repairing things. Do not spend your gold on these shops. Now, the top 3 places you should spend your gold is increasing your bag space, increasing your bank space, and on mount upgrades. The bag merchants have this icon here you see, Pack Merchant Marakar, and the banker upgrades can be done at any banker in Tamriel, so this icon right here. Now, these upgrades go up in price as the more increase in capacity that you go up. So it starts out at a lower gold cost, and then the more you increase your capacity, it goes up more and more. Mount upgrades are pretty standard, and you should do this each day you log in. You can do this at any mount stable that looks like a horse icon. So if we go over to the Ardon zone, just for an example, you can go to Vocal Guard. This is in a lot of zones, but this icon right here, this is your stable master. Besides that, after you spend your gold on bag and inventory upgrade, you can use gold to repair items if you don't have repair kits. After that, then it's really up to you. You can spend it on motifs, housing items, etc. But if you do this at the beginning, you will have way more inventory space and bank space, and it will help you in the long run. But speaking on inventory space and gold spending, let's hear a word from today's sponsor of this video, the Ridge Wallet. So as you guys know, I struggle with inventory management in ESO, but the place I don't struggle with inventory management is real life, and that is because of the Ridge Wallet. This thing is fantastic. I absolutely love it. I've been using it for a while now, and it is just so compact. It can hold up to 12 cards and a cash strap and clip, and that just has everything that I need whenever I go anywhere. Another massive thing you guys know I love about ESO is style. Ridge Wallet has you covered. The styles are immaculate. I love my Damascus steel style that you're seeing right here. It is my favorite one out of all of the 30 colors and styles that they have, and they even have carbon fiber and burnt titanium, and I'm picking the Damascus steel. It is just fantastic. And the last thing is, I enjoy having my privacy. So Ridge Wallet has RFID blocking technology in the wallet that will protect you from digital pickpocketers. So I really appreciate them having that technology in these wallets. But if you want to get one of these wallets, I have a code below in the description and comment section, BrawRidge. It'll get you 10% off of your purchase. And the Ridge team is so confident that you'll like it that they'll let you test drive it for 45 days, and you can send it back for a full refund if you don't love it. But let's go ahead and get back to the video. Okay, now that we have our real life inventory in check and we aren't over encumbered, let's try helping you not be over encumbered in ESO with tip number 2. Don't hold on to items for too long. This tip is actually something that hits close to home with me recently, and is something that I've been struggling with in game for a while now. I keep making the same mistake recently, and that is I hoard things. I have a few inventory management guides here on the channel, and in those I made those with the thought of someone really only having a few characters. Well, I have 17, and with 17 characters, your bank and everything starts to get so freaking full. But something that I realized is I am just holding on to things that I probably will never use. With the next base game patch coming up for the game, I really don't need to do that. And what I mean by this is that in the next base game update on November 1st for PC and November 8th for console, they are releasing a smart RNG or item curation system. What this will do is give you items from the boss or a boss that you are defeating in the game that you don't already have in your item set collection system. So people that have been farming for that Medusa staff, that is the Inferno one, will finally almost be guaranteed to get it. So why this matters is now I don't have to hold on to, say, a lightning staff of Mother Sorrow, because I know that I will be able to get the Inferno staff now from drops. So I would just hold on to at least a staff so I could at least get the 5-piece bonus, but I never got the one that I actually needed. So now I don't have to hold on to those items anymore. I also used to hold on to item sets that I just never use. I always say I'm going to use this, but just never do. So I would recommend deconstructing these items. This is something you will run into with more characters, believe me. However, if you want to keep a set, I've found that storage chests are your best friend, especially if you're running out of bank space. Storage chests are something that you can get from the Master Writ Mediator by doing Master Writs. Master Writs are an advanced thing once you get to level 50 crafting in the professions and you start doing your daily crafting writs. But I will talk more about the storage chest when I get to the number 5. But lastly, you may think, Adam, well, I'm a new player. I don't have 17 characters. Should I hold on to item sets I use to use for later? My answer to that is no. If you were below CP 160, the item sets you get are going to be useless until you get to CP 160. However, if you like an item set and want to use it for the time being, do it. There's nothing wrong with that, but all other items should be deconstructed, researched, or sold. The plus side of you doing that is you are now also completing your item set collection, because it does not matter the level the armor drops at. So if you wanted to complete the Robes of the Withered Hand item set collection, it doesn't matter if this drops at 160 CP or at level 5. You're still going to get that in your sticker book, so it's worth getting that in your sticker book. Moving on to number 3, learning how to fast travel and move about the map efficiently and not wasting gold. Did you know that if you have a player in your group, friends list, or guild, you can right click on their name like this, so I'll go to the guild, and you can travel to player. What this will do is it will save you gold, and it will travel you to the nearest way shrine that they are near. So if you're trying to do the Sigic Order questline or dolmens or get to a specific place on a zone that you have no way shrines on, you can do this and bam, you are in that zone and you save some gold. Also, something that a lot of players do is they travel to a way shrine for gold and then immediately travel to another one and the gold cost increases. Always try, if you can, to travel from way shrine to way shrine, because if you travel to a way shrine outside of a way shrine, it's going to cost more incrementally. So you want to go from here to here if you can. Another massive traveling mistake I see people make is they don't know that you can travel to a player inside of a delve. So if a player is in let's say Blackwood over here in this delve and you have a daily quest to do this delve with them, if they're in there, you can travel to them and you will go inside the delve. That's something that honestly blew my mind about a year and a half ago that I did not even know. This is very helpful to save some time. The last thing I want to mention is if you have the PC version of the game, you can download the add-on Beam Me Up. This is what Beam Me Up is right here. It takes all your friends list and guild members and it shows you where they're at when you pull up the map. You can then travel to where they're at and it saves you gold, and it just saves you from being able to even right click their name. It's an amazing add-on. And so console players, I'm sorry, but this is just an amazing add-on. Now, number 4 on the huge mistakes to avoid is speccing your character starting out to have no damaging skills. So what do I actually mean by this? Like I said, I see players come into my stream and give me questions periodically that usually involves when they're a new player, they want to play a tank or healer immediately, and they aren't even sure like what to spec their character into. They ask me what skills should I put on the bar. They ask me what attributes should I put into my health and magicka and stamina, because they usually, the common denominator is they're not doing a lot of damage. So usually what happens is players think they need to immediately from level 10 or so spec into the tank or healer that they're building for. Well, if you're playing solo and questing through an ESO, If you do this, it will be incredibly tedious and a lot of times just not fun. You really don't have to have a heavy spec into tank or healer skills until after 50. Now, with saying that, it is valuable as a tank to have a few skills that are your core tanking skills. So if you are following a build for tank, it probably will say you need pierce armor for a taunt, maybe a few class skills that give you shields or buffs. Definitely grab those and level them up and put them on your bar. But don't put all shields and buffs and taunts on your bar at level 12. Make sure to have some sort of DPS skills that you can clear enemies with. Same goes with healer. Make sure you have your heals on the bar, like some of them, and then some crucial skills for healer that need to be leveled, but then have some DPS skills. Again, this is going to be something that actually is going to be alleviated like a lot for players with alternate characters in the upcoming base game patch. They are bringing the armory system to ESO, which I have a video on in the description below. But this is a free for everyone update to the base game patch, and it allows you to save loadouts completely. So if you want to quest, you can put your damage loadout on, and if you want to tank a dungeon, you can put your tanking loadout on. This is very crucial to the game, and this is something to mention though, but for new players, it's not going to really matter at first because you're not going to have a loadout, so you need to be able to at least do some damage. Now, also something that you can do if you want to tank is put an even split of attribute points on your character, so you do have the resources to do some damage. Now, the last tip I want to go over, number 5, is don't spend your crowns on dumb things. And I want to elaborate on this a good bit. If you had to ask me, I really wish a lot of times that the crown shop wasn't even in ESO. I just wish the game wasn't, almost designed around it in some cases. But at this point, there's always people that are going to be buying things, and it's going to be a system that I don't think they're ever going to get rid of. But that being said, I want to at least help you to realize a few things about the crown shop. I have a whole video on this in the description below. I made it in January, and I tried to help you basically figure out what's the best things to get in the crown shop for your money. But I want to show you guys something, okay? I see some players ask me sometimes when they get the game or they get ESO Plus, they're like, hey, what should I spend my crowns on? And a lot of times I tell them just to save them, and there's really only about 5 to 10 items that I even say is worth spending your crowns on. But I see sometimes people spend their crowns on like packs that are just not worth it. Some of them are like these like crown supply kits, you got the experience kits, you got respecs, you got supplies in general, you got special offers, starter pack adept, stable master bundles, some of these things that look cool or look nice. But let me just show you something. Look at these daily rewards real quick, okay? These daily rewards are something that everyone can get no matter what expansion you have, ESO Plus, no matter what. Yes, I understand that not everyone is going to log on to the game every day. But if you're a new player, you're probably pretty invested, you're probably excited to play the game, so you're probably gonna log on a good bit of these months. Look at all of these rewards. You get lethal poisons, instant clothing research, fortifying meals, crown stat, you get crown experience scrolls. I mean, you get 1 here, 2 here, that's 3, 6. You get 10 crown XP scrolls just from logging in, crown repair kits, you get a pet, you get gold, you get Telvar, you get soul gems, you get instant research scrolls, and you get alliance points. And this is like pretty standard in the daily rewards. Like every month is different, and there's going to be like some items that are, more elaborate. But you're going to get a lot of crown experience scrolls. You're going to get a lot of food, potions, Telvar, kits, just all types of things, right? A lot of those things are being sold in the crown shop as something that you should get sometimes. And in my opinion, y'all, it's just not worth it. Like you don't need to buy the starter pack. You don't need to buy the starter pack adept. You don't need to buy the stable master bundle. Okay. Like look at this, all this stuff right here, you can get with your daily rewards, right? Obviously you won't get the pet, but like it's a pet. You get tons of pets from daily rewards. Okay. The starter pack adept is a little better because you get crown lessons and stuff like that. But again, I just don't think it's worth it. Same with the stable master bundle. There is a lot of things in the crown store that really you shouldn't get. And this is where I want to talk about previously when I was talking about storage chests. Storage chests, the only way to get them is master writs or by getting them in the crown shop. But I will say that storage chests are some of the best things to get in the crown store because when you run out of inventory space, these are fantastic to get. Go to furniture here, storage, and you'll see here. Now, you can get, either one of these are 1,000 crown ones, 2,000 crown ones. These are great. Other awesome things to get with crowns are your classes. So if you don't have, the Necromancer class or the Warden class, I highly recommend getting these. I think they're fantastic. Okay. And then sometimes, getting some of the assistants can be worth it, but a lot of times people have them. So it's like, I don't really think it's worth it sometimes. And then one of the other big things is just DLC. I mean, if you want to outright own the DLC, I think these are some good purchases that you can make. But besides that, y'all, you really shouldn't spend a lot of crowns in the crown shop because I just think a lot of it's not worth it. With the motifs, I mean, y'all, you can earn almost every motif in this game. Okay, you can earn almost every single one. There's maybe like 3 that you cannot earn in the game. This point is something that is a touchy subject for some people. For me, though, I don't have a problem going there because I hate seeing people like get crowns and then they're like, they spend it on something that's just not worth it. And that's one of the biggest things I wanted to show you is those daily rewards, because the daily rewards actually get you a lot of stuff that you would get in some of these packs. So just be mindful of that so you're not wasting your crowns with that. But that's going to wrap up the video, you all. I do hope that you did enjoy this. Another 5 mistakes that you should avoid. These are some things that I have done before. These are some things that I've seen people ask me about. And so I really hope that this is something that will help you and that can, just help you just not make some of those mistakes that other players have done or I have done as well. I think it's really helpful to know those things. But if you did like this, make sure to like, subscribe, heavy attack that bell icon to stay up to date on all content in the channel. Again, you can always watch me play live on twitch.tv/BrobbyGotThis. You can join our Discord. You can check out our website at BrobbyGotThis.com, and you can follow me on Twitter at BrobbyGotThis. But until next time, y'all, just remember to have faith, be great, and I'll see you on ESO.